What's up, everyone? This is DJ Blake, keeping you up to date with all the hottest hip-hop news and sneaker talk. And this next artist we have has made music with the likes of Kevin Gates, Gucci Mane, Struggle Jennings, and even more. Unfortunately, he was out of state at the time of the interview, so the interview is over phone call. The quality of the sound isn't the best, but he honestly was a really fun person to talk to, and we hope you enjoy listening to the interview just as much as we had fun recording it. Now, without further ado, Bezz Believe. Hello?
Sometimes I'll be the only white person in the room.
What?
They ask me, do I feel uncomfortable? Hell no. Matter of fact, this is what I tell them right when I walk in the party. Bitch, I'm a white boy shit, white boy shit. White boy shit, white boy shit.
Let me break it down for you.
So fucking awesome.
It's the true story of a hustler. Where do I begin? Ever since a kid, I've been a thoroughbred. When I free my homie, I just finished writing Kevin Gates a letter. Girl, they call me the hustle king.
There's not really a lot of Seattle artists that are blowing up right now. Like, there's like Little Mosey and then like Malcolm Moore. And Malcolm Moore hasn't been coming out with any music lately. So there's not really a Seattle music scene right now. So our whole podcast is to figure out why there isn't artists blowing up in Seattle at all. Yeah. So we thought you'd be like a great person to interview because it seems like you got your shit together so far. But yeah, I'd like, not gonna lie, I had no idea who you were until Hempfest, which is great though, because we're all about building connections and we'd love to build a connection with you. So yeah, I just want to know a little bit about like your background. So like, where are you from originally?
I'm from Florida. I lived like throughout the whole entire state.
Wow.
And then I spent a lot of time in Orlando. I think Orlando's like where I call mostly my home.
Do you agree that a ton of crazy people come out of Florida then?
Oh hell yeah, for sure. It's a different world out there, you know. It's a different world.
How was like your childhood? Like, were you in middle class, lower class, upper class? Like, how would you describe your upbringing that way?
I was pretty middle class, you know what I'm saying? My parents are like, they're really good people, man. I really got a good thing about them. They made sure I was good, but I was never like super like rich, like they were buying me like BMWs and shit, you know. Like, I was still getting like the grandma hand me down and shit, but I was cool with that.
Yeah.
Man. At least I had a whip, you know. Like there's a lot of people that didn't even have a whip, you know, and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
So I want to know, is rap your like main career, and is like, what is it called, Legal Lean, like a side hustle for your rap career, or?
It's about like 50-50. There was a time when the Legal Lean was like heavy, you know, because I was just trying to stack the money to rap. You know,
yeah.
I had to really have my business together before I even tried to do that. So I was trying to be a broke ass rapper, like
yeah, exactly.
Chasing a pipe dream, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to really hustle, and I was like, you know, I live my music, you know, like I didn't want to be like faking like, oh, I'm the hustle god on my shit, and I don't even know how to hustle. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. So you agree that no one should completely just like drop their whole career and then just focus on music. You should have at least like a fallback plan, right?
I think it depends your life goals and how rich you are, because if you're down to be super fucking like broke or like live a very dangerous life in order to like come up, you know, you roll the dice, you know, like a lot. When you roll the dice, you got to be willing to deal with the consequences, you know, with the life that you chose. But I think a lot of people definitely are not built for that, and it's not bad not to be built for that, because I didn't want to be, you know, I didn't want to be broke, and I don't want to go to jail. No. I don't want to get killed, you know, like I didn't want to take those risks. You know, there's people who take those risks and they beat them, but I didn't want to take it. You know, I could make it a different way without having to do that. But
exactly.
You know, it's more rare, you know, to beat it. I took my time and really worked hard.
So your song Hercules made it to the Hercules movie, right? As the soundtrack.
Man, see, being in Orlando, it's got a lot of connections like that because they got Disney over there and shit. Yeah, the right person really heard it and put it in the right places for me.
That's awesome. See, there's nothing like that in Seattle. Like, to a certain extent, it's like your location where you get like your connections also.
Yeah, they teach you game. I mean, the one thing that I love about the West Coast in Seattle is there's a lot of fans. They're like fans who got bread and they're willing to spend it on artists, and they don't try to rap. Because out in the South, though, in Florida and stuff, it's like an oversaturation of artists and a lack of saturation of actual fans. everybody like low key tries to rap. You know, it's guys give and take. Like we have the industry, but y'all have the fans. Like when we bring what we do over to where you're at, it's just like we're diving in the ocean and we have our whole game plan together because we were around the good connections within like people who really work hard in the game, but they're marketing to the wrong market. They need to be marketing to you guys.
Wow. I never thought about that. That's insane. Wow. Did you just come to Seattle just to promote for the Legal Lean, or how did that come about?
Yeah, I came just for the Hemp Fest and the Legal Lean.
What did you think of Hemp Fest? Did you think it was as big as people make it out to be, or?
It was off the chain, man. It was like I recommend everybody who smokes pot or is just a chill ass person. It was lit.
Are you like the curator of Legal Lean, or are you just partnering with a company? How did that come about?
They like sponsor me, but I used to do like more work with it. You know, like I started like fucking, you know, just like fucking calling smoke shops and having to go to smoke shops and businesses and just try to pitch it and distribute it. And I used to fucking do that like heavy, like that was like my thing. And then my music just kept getting more serious and more serious that, you know, I made the choice to really focus on my music, and it's like a pay cut, you know, because the Legal Lean is like, you know, it's fucking Legal Lean, dog. That was booming. I always keep my foot in it so I could, you know, still stack up and do good, but, you know, now so focus on the music. The music money's coming back, but, you know, it takes time. Like, you know, I've reached the point where it's like I know how to make money off it, so it's pretty cool.
Gotcha. Do you personally even drink Legal Lean?
I've done it tons of times, for sure. Do I do the shit all the time? No, not really. Not really too often because, you know, like I don't even like getting that fucked up anymore, you know, like that shit really works. I don't have trouble sleeping, but there's a lot of people who do. Like if someone really has trouble sleeping, they should really do it. Me, like I fall asleep. Yeah, I go hard as fuck in the gym, so that shit makes me tired. Yeah,
exactly. See, so with working out and being consistent, do you stay away from drugs and alcohol then?
You know, in moderation.
Moderation. See, okay. That's a good answer.
Yeah, exactly, because I still do it, you know. And I don't do meth or heroin and shit, but, you know, I'm with the psychedelics. I'm definitely with the acid and mushrooms and good weed.
Yeah.
But I try to smoke, like, I limited myself down to, like, twice a week because when I was smoking too much, like, every day, I know I was cool and I liked being high, but I wasn't the best me that I know I could be, you know?
Yes, exactly. Okay. See, we're on the same page. I don't feel like you need to do that every single day. Like, there's people that do it every single day, and I feel like it messes up their lives. Like, I feel, in my opinion, you might disagree, but I feel, to a certain extent, weed is actually, like, kind of addictive. Because people lean on it as a crutch eventually, and then...
Hell yeah. Well,
yeah, see?
I think people are, they're in denial because they have low ambitions. So they're like, nah, it doesn't fuck me up. I'm better when I'm high. But because, like, they don't put themselves in situations where they got to do math problems on the spot, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, see, okay. See, that makes so much sense to me. Okay. And
like, I can't do math when I'm high. Like, fuck that.
No.
There's no way I'm doing math off the top of the dome. So there's no way.
When you're making music, what are the goals you're trying to get across? Is it just fun music? Or do you eventually want to make deep music, or like?
I try to do everything, you know, depending on my mood.
Gotcha.
You know, I got turn up records. I got real deep shit. I like to really mix it up. Like per album, I usually, you know, try to do like maybe like a nice variety, like 4 like bangers, 3 for the chicks, and then like, you know, 3 real deep ones, or, you know, like I try to balance out my album. I don't just try to make everything sound the same, you know.
I have like tattoos and piercings because, in my opinion, it just makes me like feel more comfortable and more unique. Do you have like all your piercings and tattoos because you also just feel like it makes you unique, or do you feel like it's something that rappers just have to do as their like personas?
No, I just loved it. I thought it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's how I want to look. You know.
Do you feel like you try to act different in your music versus who you are in real life, or do you try to make them kind of connect and be the same?
You know, I think my problem is I'm too real in my shit in real life. Like, not saying real like, oh, I'm the biggest gangster, like I'm killing people. I'm more like, you can't put yourself up to standards as a human being, as Brad, like to the standards of Bezz Believe, you know, because it's just like sometimes it's so weird to explain. It's like something I grasped so much later in my music. Like I was in music mode like 24/7 where I wasn't even like a human being, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, so I learned kind of like how to like, some days it's just like you gotta hang out with your mom. You know, I guess that's the best way to explain it. Like you just gotta hang out with your mom some days and like you can't and you have to just be fucking Brad, you know what I'm saying?
Is music healing for you in a way?
Hell fucking yeah, definitely.
Wow. This is a guy. Wow. Like I did like research on like your music and stuff. I made sure I listened to your music. And what I noticed, which I think is awesome. So a lot of like new artists lately, and what I've noticed is an artist doesn't ever have to meet a rapper that they're collabing with. They can just like pay for a verse and then just stick it in their song and like get clout off that. But what I've noticed like with you've every artist that you've collabed with, you've actually like made a point to like make a music video with them. Like that's insane.
Oh yeah, because it's about relationship building. That's why, you know. Yeah. Like I didn't want to just. I didn't want to just do a feature. Like I wanted to build a relationship, and now it's like all the features that I've done. I got good relationships with all the bigger people too.
Wow. Who was the first big rapper that you reached out to and were able to make music with? Was it Kevin Gates or was it someone before that?
Kevin Gates was like who really like he popped me off. Like I don't even consider nothing like an accomplishment before that. Like there was people that I fucked with,
right?
And I did some shit with fucking Jelly Roll back in the day.
I saw that. That's insane.
He's taking the fuck off.
Wow.
He's taking the fuck off. I'm real proud of him. I didn't even know how to market back then. You know what I'm saying? When I did it with Jelly Roll, when I did the shit with Kevin Gates, that shit like it exploded me to the next level.
How did you market yourself to blow up like that? Was it just because you knew Kevin Gates and he was already big at the time, or was there something that you personally did to market yourself that in a way?
It was a little both, man. He was just like my favorite artist, and I really thought to myself, I was like, what's the move that I got to do, you know, that I feel is right in my heart? And it was like, yo, you need to fucking do whatever you got to do to get in touch with Kevin Gates people and get in with them and work with them and shit. And like, I just really like had tunnel vision to doing it.
So what did it take for you to get a hold of him?
Man, you know what I'm saying? You definitely got to come with it with that paper correct. But it's like a flip. That's what he told me too. He's like, man, I respect you. You treated it like a flip. You know what I'm saying? You fucking invested in your shit and you blew yourself up and you made it back and now you still around. A lot of people don't fucking, they just lose off the shit, you know?
But yeah, that's awesome. It doesn't feel like these people that you're working with, they do seem like you become friends with them and they're not just collaborators. In one of your videos with Kevin Gates, you guys were just like doing a music video at a house. Were you guys just like kicking it beforehand? And you're like,
I think that's his house, I believe.
What?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, we just set the shit up and yeah, I guess it just happened organically, you know. I know he had a show that night or some shit and then he drove back and filmed the video.
Dude, that's lit. Wow.
Yep.
So
and he was like legal lean. What the fuck is this bullshit? That's what he was sipping a lot of lean. He doesn't really sip lean anymore.
Because of Kevin Gates, have other people reached out to you? Like
that shit took me to the next level, and then I started touring nationally, and I got exposed to a lot of the world. Because before, like being in Florida, I didn't even know shit like Seattle and stuff existed. And
really?
Nah, bro. I thought everybody was like how people act in Florida, dog. It's like they realize it's not. It's
so different. Seattle's like everyone's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just interesting. It's a different culture up here for sure. Washington in general.
It's
crazy.
I like it.
This is what I want to know because I looked at when the video published and everything. And how long did it take when you collaborated with Gucci Mane? It was after he got out of jail, and it was like in 2017. How long was it? Did you know him before he went into jail, or did he hit you up, or did you hit him up after he got out of jail?
He was in Orlando actually. He had a show, and then somebody I know linked the shit. He knew Gucci Mane's engineer. So,
oh wow.
Yep.
I looked through your Instagram and I see that you shout out people. Like you're honestly like it feels like you are. Like, even just this interview, for example, it seems like you're willing to help people out. And has that always been, like, your mindset to, like, help other people, too? Or
I don't even feel like I'm helping people out. I'm just being myself. But sometimes I don't even like the word help because then it's like
a handout, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. If you're able to do it yourself, my energy is just gonna inspire you to do it.
That's insane. See, this is crazy. Like, you actually seem like a genuine, like, good guy. That's crazy. That's cool.
It works out here, man. That's why I stay my ass out here, bro. In Florida, like how I am, it's like it's not like that. Being a good dude and doing the right thing. Then I came out here, I was like, holy shit. Like, there's somewhere where I could truly be myself, be more like that, and it's gonna win, you know, because you always gotta keep like a mean mug out there.
Yeah.
You gotta keep a mean mug. You gotta like, there's just a lot of different shit. So it's cool that I can smile and embrace people.
Do you feel like you get more positive energy than negative energy as being an artist?
To my face, only positive energy, really. But behind my back, like on the internet and stuff, there's definitely a lot of fucking negative ass shit.
And like I've been like watching like the Snoop interviews and all that stuff, and all like the artists who are like been in the game for a long time. You've actually been in the game for a while too. When did Hercules come out?
Man, I was probably like 2015 or 16.
Yeah, see, like you've been around for a bit. So like what I've been starting to notice though, like older rappers, they don't even listen to like internet comments at all, because at the same time it's almost like it's just fake people.
Oh like, man, you know, what's cool is I judge by my streams, man. And as long as I know mad people are listening to my shit, I'm like, I don't even care. Before when I wasn't monetizing my streams and I didn't know all that, this shit would hurt me more, because I'm like, damn, like I'm just seeing negative comment after negative comment, and it was tough to judge who's actually listening to you. And they're like, whoa, like probably just the people who listen to me. I mean, I get a lot of mostly positive shit, but you know, like a lot of people who listen to me, they're just not fucking geeks on the fucking internet sitting there writing comments. Like they're bumping your shit and getting shit done. They're not on your Instagram or, you know, YouTube every single day like, hey, great job, man. Like that's not live, but they're bumping your shit. You just don't know it.
Do you feel, like this is an honest question, I actually like your music, so I'm just saying that up front. But do you feel like you get treated differently because you are a white rapper?
Out here, honestly, I feel like you have kind of an advantage out here.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Like, in Florida, it's like you're always like, especially more back in the days, it's always like, yo, you're like, it's like more like jail style out there. It's more of a big deal. Like, there are people who won't fuck with you just because you're a white boy. They'll be like, nah, I don't know. I can't really fuck with a white boy. You know what I'm saying? As far as your music. Out here, they're just like, it's way more embraced. They're not as big on race out here in general. You know what I'm saying? The racist shit. But out here, I feel like they're just people, they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt no matter what race you are, as long as like they see you working hard and shit. It's not really like a race game, you know? Look at fucking Macklemore, dog. He's like 10 times whiter than me. You know what I'm saying? It probably worked better out here. They're like, wow.
Macklemore.
He's a clean cut gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like rap, but I sure like him, you know?
Oh my, see, that's his whole stick though, is Macklemore. Like, white moms like his music. That's funny.
Yeah, definitely. I'll fuck with that shit where it's like, I don't like rap, but Macklemore is great. I feel like I could get that punk rock scene out there though, like the fucking rebellious kids and shit, fucking mosh pitting. I could kill that in Seattle.
Yeah, for real. Dude, mosh pits in Seattle are insane.
Yeah, they really do them heavy?
Yes, like when YG came, people were like, had to go to get sent to the hospital. But like Seattle takes it to another level. So have you had a concert in Seattle yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they would love you out here. What?
I know that.
You have.
I want to set it up. Yeah.
For real, that would be crazy. So
you get me in touch with the right people. I'm down to work like ASAP.
Dude, yeah, I could help you out because I work at 92.5, which is like the biggest radio station in Seattle. So yeah, wow,
perfect.
I'm going to school right now. Another reason why I have this podcast right now is because I'm going to school to become a radio host, and this is just like helping like get some takes out and stuff, you know.
You got to do it, dog. You got to blow it up. I'll help you any way you can, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I hope we can build a connection, you know, like...
I'm not going to help you, though. I'm going to empower you.
No, you can't help me. I don't need a handout. Nah.
Yeah, I love it. Perfect. I respect that.
Yeah, this conversation has been dope, dude, and I just want to thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to let me interview you, man.
Hell yeah, you know it. You got a really good personality too, man. I like the interview. You brought a lot of good energy.
DJ